YouTube? This is Winston Smith back again with another commentary. First, I'm going to speak about Kanye's new album. Basically, it's the Poopity Scoop. The album was non-coherent. The bars are trash. It was not up to his standard. He's not in his right mind nowadays. So therefore, for him to pull it together to make a solid album like this, he needs people around him. Obviously, he doesn't have any friends around him, Kanye. He doesn't have any friends around him to tell him that he's making garbage music, to tell him that he's not focusing. That's the reason why his music is not hitting. His new album, Jesus is King. And basically, there's a nice title, it's supposed to be Christian and gospel music. He's changing his particular format, so he's not doing any of his old classics like Gold Digger or anything like that. He's going to be doing more Christian music. He said that he's not going to be doing secular music anymore. It's just Kanye used, but it's a Poopity Scoop. His album, again, just buy sneakers. Buy sneakers. Sneakers is hot. The album done. He's as a lyricist, as a songwriter, he's done. Whatever drugs he's taking, whatever drugs he's not taking, the psychiatric pills that he's not taking, it's messed him up. He can't put together a solid album anymore. He can't. He needs people around him. He doesn't have any friends around him. Because if you could put out Poopity Scoop, the original version, and have that that nonsense out there, now you have an entire album of Poopity Scoop. Album that basically you're not really rhyming good, you're not really on point, your cadence is off. He's just like a crazy man, basically with a record deal. That's it. So don't waste money on this album. The album is not that good, and basically this is going to be obviously more trouble in the Kardashian household. In the previous video, we see Kanye is arguing with Kim Kardashian about her wearing sexy clothes. And I already showed, I'm going to link to the video previously that I reported about Kanye and Kim Kardashian, where he's not making, he made some money off of sneakers and clothes this year, but off of albums, he's negative. He's not making any money off of albums because he can't hold it together in order to make a solid album. And people around him, they're not helping him. They're just putting him in the booth, and hopefully they're just hoping that something comes out. But he can't put it together, hold it together himself in order to make a good album. So if he keeps on having these flops, I doubt Kim Kardashian will stay with him. Plus, this is the person that basically last year made Poopty Scooped and I'm a sick F. I like to get my D stuff. So it's like this is like a year or two ago. Now he's changed. Now he's more Christian. I mean, he could change, but at the same time, he's not in his right mind. His brain is out there, and the music is going to get worse until he gets proper treatment for his psychiatric issues. So basically, he doesn't have any friends. He doesn't have any friends safeguarding him because he's tarnishing, he's destroying his legacy right now, making this weak music. Next news: TMZ Van Lathan got fired for allegedly choking out a staff member. And I've seen people on basketball courts in grade school little kids get more aggressive than how Van Lathan got. Van Lathan had his hand around the guy's neck, talking to him. The guy tapped him on his neck to say, hey, calm down, hey. And he eased up, and he didn't go back. He didn't go back to choking the guy. He just had his hand on his neck aggressively, and that's it. Even Charles, who was over there, he had a look on his face, a smirk on his face like it was a joke. Like, these guys get, serious, and that was it. At no point did I see Charles, the guy with the dreads, turn and say, oh, security trying to break it up. It looked like it was like two friends having a disagreement. Van Lathan gets fired. Again, the same mentality is why the police officer does what he does, not guilty. The white man does it, oh, he's had a little moment and he had a little argument and stuff like that. Black person does it, it's automatically seen as more aggressive, it's seen as life-threatening, it's seen as you're threatening someone's personal safety. Alright, they fired him. Didn't swing, didn't grab, didn't hold him against his will. I mean, if you see it, I'll try and link it in the description below. It's harmless as, come on now. Anybody at their own job would have a disagreement that was less The person that he allegedly grabbed, Michael Babcock, is a white guy, right? Michael Babcock. There's no red marks on his neck. His face didn't get red. Okay, so this wasn't a violent choking or strangulation because he's white. His face wouldn't have gotten red. There was no red marks on his neck. He didn't struggle, which is where he's trying to get Mike Van's hands off of his neck. He didn't tap him hard or move or anything, dresser. There was this dreaded guy, Charles. He was there. He didn't seem tense or anything. He just basically like it was like an intense argument, but he didn't feel need to jump in or call security or try and break it apart. So again, this white guy doesn't get red in the face, didn't tap aggressively, didn't do anything like he's going to get fired. And Van gets fired. Not even suspended. That's something that you talk to him about and write him up about, but not fired. It seems like, they have you as long as, there's some use, and when you fulfill your use, they get rid of you. So he had no use to TMZ anymore. So then, for some reason, they get rid of him because there was no use for him. If anything, just opened up a door for him because he was hanging around TMZ too long. He could have done his own thing years ago. Way better off. Had his name way out there. If I'm done this, he's too loyal to a fault. Maybe he's the first company that gave him a first real job. But I figured that there was a family. There's no family there. Okay, Eminem addresses Lord Jamar in Alwyn, Abu Dhabi. Now, Lord Jamar, if you don't know, Lord Jamar, basically on Vlad TV, called out Eminem and said he was not really from the culture, that he was a plant, that he didn't really have any skill, that the stuff he rapped about people can relate to, that he really wasn't one of the best rappers of all time. Okay, so some of the stuff, a hit dog will holler. So some of the stuff that Lord Jamar said was true, some of it wasn't true. But obviously Eminem doesn't feel 100% in place if he would think to address Lord Jamar. Now mind you, Eminem, you're touring in Abu Dhabi. Lord Jamar is doing some local neighborhood stuff or Vlad TV or whatever. You feel the need to comment about Lord Jamar. These comments were made months ago. So that means this hurts you somehow. It gets deep to the root somehow. He says he's not one of the, obviously Eminem established himself as one of the top lyricists in hip-hop and in hip-hop history. The greatest rapper? No. You give that to Jay-Z. So he's not close to the greatest rapper, but he has his place in hip-hop. You can't take that away from him. Lord Jamar was trying to take everything away from Eminem, like he didn't really do nothing in hip-hop, and that's unfair. That'd be racist. You can't take the man's accomplishment away from him. He knows how to rap. He knows how to basic freestyle. Right. So you can't take the man's accomplishments away from him. But what Lord Jamar did was basically said that Eminem really nobody can relate to his music because it's about dissing his mama and about a whole bunch of stuff that pills and stuff that black people don't really go through. Some of that he's right because the average black person isn't gonna be disrespecting their mama on track. They're not disrespecting mama in a song for people to consume it. So that's something that Eminem did that a lot of people wouldn't do. And basically, everybody said that, a lot of people can't relate. A lot of people can relate to poverty and struggle where Eminem came from. They can relate, so they're not related to the same exact neighborhood, but they can relate to the fact that he had a struggle, he had to come up, he had to do his grind. People respect his grind, respect his hard work and determination, and respect his story. Lord Jamar was basically saying, that's BS, whatever. That was unfair, so Eminem called him out. Obviously, rap and hip-hop is a majority black and brown thing. He's the only white guy that's basically made a niche, so he's basically trying to defend it. So he basically commented and said, Lord Jamar is a nobody, and basically said that he's a nobody and called him out by name. So you call out your naysayers by name, what's going to happen? They're going to go even harder at him. So look for another Lord Jamar Eminem beef going back and forth. And yeah, so this is basically the full rundown. Eminem, Kanye's album is trash. Leave it alone. Don't buy it. Poopity scoop is another Poopity scoop. And yeah, Van Lathan gets fired for no reason, right? Fired because because they fired because